Welcome to 1.5 Brains, the podcast where we discuss the good, the bad, and the funny of neurodivergent. Why 1.5 brains, you ask? Well, my co-host, Braden, literally has half a brain.
And Jacob, on the contrary, has an incredibly active brain, which I will do my best to keep up with.
We hope you enjoy the show and, our comic relief. Welcome, everyone, to the pilot episode, if this ever sees the light of day, of 1.5 Brains. My name is Jacob Lafantaisie, and I have the pleasure of introducing the man, the myth, the legend, Braden Mole. This guy has literally raised so much money for the Stollery. How much are we talking here? Like in the neighborhood of millions?
Over the course of the span of a decade, with the support of my family, friends, and hometown community of Edson, together we've raised $1 million. At the age of 12 years of age, I decided to not be defined by my medical journey of having to undergo 4 major brain surgeries, and
hence the half a brain.
Yes, I had a right temporal lobectomy done when I was 8 years old, and 3 other surgeries to remove a tumor. I'm partially paralyzed on my left side and have some cognitive impairment. But like Jacob, I don't let any of these limitations define me, and I believe in a just world where our passions, gifts, talents, and ideas can be the definition of who we are as a society.
Okay. So now you know why you should listen to him. And I guess I'll lead into why I'm doing this. I am autistic, but the funny thing is a lot of people don't realize that, a lot of people don't realize I'm autistic. It's like I feel as if I'm kind of like a neurodiverse spy committing espionage or something, to quote Michael McCreary or whatever. I was diagnosed with autism at the age of 2. And then when I moved to Alberta, or at least around that time in 2011, I had my diagnosis removed. Got it reinstated. So I'm a big believer in not allowing labels to define me. And we hope that now that you kind of know a little bit about us, you can understand why we're doing this podcast, which is primarily, I believe, Braden, to inspire and also challenge the norms of what people think of when they think of neurodivergent. Yeah. Which a lot of people say disabled. I don't really like using the D word because it's not, Yeah. Do you want to take the lead on that?
Yeah. I would say, there's no such thing as disabled people. There's just human. Yeah, we're equally human as everyone else.
Everyone is different.
Yeah.
Everyone is different.
Yeah, even as human beings by ourselves. We're not the strongest, the smartest, the fastest. But when we're in community, when we are welcomed and supported by our peers, we're amazing. Yeah, and of course, the nature of our upbringing as people living with a diverse set of needs, as I like to put it.
There is no one size fits all in humanity. No. I think that's what we're getting at here.
Yes.
And that's why we're doing this podcast, because neurodivergent a diagnosis doesn't have to be you.
No.
You are still you.
Yeah.
And our whole point is to inspire the broader listening audience to just look past the diagnosis.
And
and look to see the person behind the diagnosis.
Yes.
I mean, Braden and I are living proof that you can live on your own. I mean, you're happily married, let's be honest.
Yes.
And that's normally not, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that is normally not the case for people like us.
No.
We will,
Yeah.
People
place their biases on people like us, and those biases are based on low expectations.
Extremely low.
Yeah.
Catastrophically low. They're so low on the expectation chart that they're not even on the chart.
Yeah. So this podcast, what we're hoping to accomplish from now and into the future is to entertain the idea that people like us can live full and meaningful lives in community and in society at large.
I believe, I'm probably stealing this from somewhere, but the phrase "nothing about us without us" applies. Because the main thing we're getting at here is just that we exist. We have, don't assume that we can't do something just because we do things a little differently.
Yeah.
And to that end, I would say, welcome to our world.
Yes. Yeah. And just hope you find it entertaining, because that's
also why we're here.
That's how we get through life is through.
If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's all for this month. I think I speak for Braden and I together when I say we hope you enjoyed the episode and continue listening. Thanks again, and see you next month.